have
nigga
no ghost gun.
refuses. This nigga refuses to believe that I have just killed a banshee.
Oh
If I
God!
don't see no
Absolutely.
evidence, it didn't happen.
Witness is mine, magnificent.
Yeah, that's not how that works, pal.
That is definitely how it works. You can't
Sometimes,
prove it, and it didn't happen. It's just your word.
sometimes, nah, sometimes,
And you lied before.
sometimes, you just weren't there. I'm gonna just be
Are you
real.
sure
You just
didn't
weren't
shoot-
there.
Sometimes
Are you
you
sure it
just
just
weren't
wasn't
there.
around Halloween time? You didn't just shoot a random little kid that was just yelling?
That's
costume.
funny.
Yeah, but nah, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real.
Just because a
Sometimes-
little kid was running around with a sheet over their head and they were screaming does not mean it was a banshee. Did it bleed when you shot it?
I mean, I thought it was a little unusual that there was fluid, but
What color was the fluid?
I don't want to talk about the color of the
Talk about
Bro did not shoot no banshee. Man.
boom.
Bro out here barely missing memes. Like, what the fuck?
You're barely near missing memes is crazy.
Boom.
Shit, I shoot it again. Motherfucker was throwing rocks at my window.
Oh, yeah, I'll fucking do it again.
Got yuck.
Said it like you
Damn.
were reading a fucking subtitle.
Boom.
We hopping back on Sparking, y'all?
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually. Why is there so many fucking spiders?
Yo, boom. Right through.
Like IRL?
Some dude's driving a fucking tractor and that shit is just covered in spiders on the outside.
Oh. Man, I'm always in other niggas' lives.
Damn.
Jesus, forgot how fucking.
What are you fighting, Mighty? I've never heard somebody have this much of an intense combat experience on Zunder.
You gotta be doing that new shit to take 3 different teams.
Not really.
That
I'm
shit
just
is so
doing some-
obnoxious too, because the first stage is obviously meant for Miyabi.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have her ass, and I don't have a substitute because all the fucking ice characters in the game are S ranks, besides Sukaku, which is a support, for ice characters. So now I literally just have to wait until I pull Miyabi before I can even really
Bond is strong.
I tried
Right
attempting
now.
it with every
Emerge.
other
Right
team I
now.
had, and it just wasn't fucking working.
Strike a
Because
pose.
it doesn't have resistance to anything else, and it's, I mean, besides physical, it doesn't have a weakness to anything besides ice.
We shall prevail.
We shall prevail. My God, hearing Candace say "we shall prevail" to pop her damn ult, it's like hearing Renji say "roar, zombie Manu." You know nothing's about to get done.
Damn, that is true. Half the time that nigga said that, nothing got done. Unless he said Bankai, then that nigga was sweeping shit up for real.
Even then, this nigga's Bankai got flicked. I saw it get flicked in Waco Mundo, bruh. I was like, you let
Alright,
your
bro,
shit
he
get
had-
flicked?
He had
Flick?
pre-study on that nigga though. He pre-studied that nigga, didn't he? Or wait, which fight
No,
you
he
talking
did
about?
not pre-study that. I'm talking about like he was fighting this faggot wearing glasses and shit, thinking he was all smart.
Oh,
Goddamn
yeah, the
Iran
scientist? Yeah, he was. He studied Renji's Bankai before he even ever faced it, so that room just tore that bitch down, didn't it?
No, he physically just said,
I will
so
always
this is all you got?
things that are
Shit.
important.
Flick that
No matter
shit
what
out
it
of
takes.
existence. Just broke it to
Even when it
pieces.
looks futile.
That shit had nothing to do with research. He just overpowered him. He was like, yeah, I read up on you. You ain't shit. That's
Damn.
wild.
Damn.
And
What's your
Renji-
wrong card? We talk. What's your wrong card, bitch? Renji like this? You talk about number one?
Talking about the scientist.
Oh damn!
Nigga
just
did
flipped
it.
Reggie's shit like
I
that?
watched that shit like 2 weeks ago. Renji was just ass. I was like, damn. And he put up talking the most.
He was low key trying to put belt to ass to Rancor #1, but he just really wasn't doing it for real. But I do remember that fight. That nigga did have like pre-research on Renji's motherfucking Bankai, because his brother went up against Renji on the first time, and he got that whole fight like clipped. He saw Renji Shikai and Bankai before he even faced him. That's how he knew to break Renji's Bankai down with that. Cause I do remember that fight. That fight, Renji's ass also got all his organs broken down here. I remember that shit.
Out of my way.
Niggas are trying to tell me nowadays that Renji's a cold nigga, but I just can't believe it.
He was decent though. He wasn't that cold of a nigga. That's why.
I'm talking about in the news. I'm talking about in the Thousand Blood War. They're saying that Renji became cold.
Oh damn, they bet. We'll see then.
We'll see.
That nigga does kind of have the potential, I guess. They kind of made him simple. Like the Bonk, actually, no. Just have to-
But I stopped watching Bleach and started watching other good shows instead that had better pacing or were just shorter.
And a better MC, probably.
I don't hate Ichiko, but that nigga has no goal in
he's
life.
so lame,
That
bro.
nigga
He
has no
aura at
goal.
all.
No goal whatsoever, bruh.
Bro, his
Okay,
aura
you're
be
right, he
lasting
doesn't
like
have
5
no
minutes,
goal.
and then he gets packed up immediately after that.
Even if he does win the fight entirely, it's just like, yeah, but you're only this cool because
And then
you're
if you over there,
strong. Like, there's nothing about you.
I need to train. Like, that's every fight, bro. He's just exactly how he is.
Like, at least when Luffy locks in, like, I'll be like, oh shit. Hey yo, Goofy nigga got serious. He got the hat on, his eyes aren't showing. This nigga's about to cook. But like when it's when it's like Ichigo, it'll be like the most edgiest shit. This nigga will pull up with some bands around him, like some fucking band-aids, and then he'll just be like, "Oh yeah, I said you
he'll
got
have a bigger
stronger."
cloak on to let you
Yeah.
know that he got stronger, just
Literally,
for him to
the bigger
win one fight
the
and be
cloak,
gassed.
the bigger the cloak, the stronger the power. These niggas like acting like he's a goddamn
that's-
car. It's about to be
And the
unveiled
longer
in a
he
fucking
takes to look at the
army.
fucking camera after he pulls up too.
That's how much stronger he got. Or unless that nigga starts pulling out the sword and his eyes aren't showing, then he's just like, oh shit, somebody's about to get one-shotted. Oh, I didn't really want to
It's
have
the
to
most
use this
predictable
power.
shit every time.
I didn't want to have to use this power, but that was just my pride. But I'll do it now. And then it's tired as shit right after and does some dumb shit that gets him nearly killed. I'm like, bro, can we just get a raw ass like MC? Like, I was watching Hell's
No,
Paradise.
you
I
don't
remember
get that.
I remember I was watching Hell's Paradise for the first time, and my brother said he hated the main character or something because he was too edgy. And I was like, alright, let's see. Is he Mr. Get It Done, or is he just like, all my parents are dead. I killed people.
I was gonna
Nah,
say,
nigga,
we gotta,
like,
we gotta
Gabi
talk
Moro-
about, like, we talking about, like, Ainz edgy or Sasuke edgy? Like, there's a difference.
From my brother's perspective, like, Sasuke type edgy. But he wasn't. That nigga was chill as shit. He was just somebody who's killed people, so he just didn't give a fuck about most of the things that was going on. But that nigga said, oh yeah, I got one goal. I'm trying to get this shit done so I can go back to my wife. So fuck all the hoes, fuck all the bullshit. Let's get this shit done. He was Mr. Get It Done from like the start of this show. They was trying to like, I remember like the first scene that we finally saw what he could do against other human beings, their flesh. This nigga was like, yo, do I gotta kill these niggas? Like, that shit feels like an exploitation of us. Like, that shit's wrong. And it was like, nah, you gotta kill him. He said, I start slaughtering them niggas so ruthlessly. They said, hey, yo, why is he killing them like that? I was like, you just told him to, bro. That nigga, like, that nigga has genuine aura, bro. This motherfucker had Goku's strategy to win a fight and everything. He was just like, fuck it, I'ma just hit this
Speaking
thing.
of Goku, bro,
He
I think
said,
Ichigo's ideology is like the exact opposite of Goku. Like, Goku trains beforehand to get stronger. Ichigo has to realizes he needs to train after he fights.
literally.
Like,
Yeah, that is
and
true,
what
yeah.
happens is like every time? How does that
It's
happen
the
every
formula.
time?
It's the formula for his growth. He gets his
Yeah,
ass
that
beat,
is.
realizes he needs to get stronger, realizes that he's a
ever.
race. He's like, oh wait, you're telling me I'm actually a Quincy? Shit, what else am I? You'll figure it out the
Hold up,
next time
he's
you
a
get your ass
Quincy?
beat or some shit like that. Nah,
Fucking definition of just
Oh, God,
handed
wait.
overpowered.
literally.
Wait, when do we find out that that nigga's a Quincy?
He's
'Cause
not
I
a
don't.
Quincy. He's not a Quincy. I was lying. He's not a Quincy. He's not a
Okay,
Quincy.
yeah,
He's
low
not a
key
Quincy.
not, because
He's not
low
a
key I
Quincy.
was
He's not a
told that
Quincy.
shit too.
He is
No,
not a
I was just
Quincy.
told
They
that
were
shit
lying.
from like one
They
of
were
another
lying.
person though. But when I
They
watched the
were
whole
lying.
series, oh god, they never mentioned that.
They were lying. They were lying. He's not a Quincy. I was just saying that shit. Keep watching
Because
these.
I heard that too.
Keep watching these.
Oh no, I finished that already. I'm on like Thousand Years of Blood War. I just haven't started it. That's why I was like, yo, when did he become a Quincy? I had to ask. Cause I even watched after when he got his motherfucking soul bond with his little
I just
diet,
got packed up.
with his little soul pass and shit. When he clicked up with all those other niggas that took his power and shit. I
Right.
forgot they names.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot their names.
Yeah.
Bad names. But
Just
Oh, I
wow.
forgot.
Let the world collide.
But I did. But those posts where they'll just go over like the big three main characters, they'll go over Naruto and like fucking what
We
Luffy
shall prevail.
in ways that are like interesting. But when they get to Ichigo, they'll just be like Ichigo, gender, male, race, everything. just be like his goals, aspirations. He just wants to protect his friends. Lame as fuck, right? I know. Nigga don't want to do anything.
Right here, right now. A sight to behold. Emerge, right here. Emerge.
I remember I was arguing with like one of the most dead hard Bleach fans I've ever fucking known in my life. And when I was telling him that Ichigo was lame because he has no goals, he was like, "What do you mean that nigga has no goals? He said it in the fight he had with that Alon card." I was like, "What do you say?" He said he want to protect his friends. And I was like,
That is not a goal.
I was
yeah,
like,
that's
wow,
why he always has to train after.
That's a
'cause
very
he doesn't-
temporary goal.
nigga,
Yeah,
that's not even that's like that's not even a goal. That's an ideal. Like this nigga basically just wants to protect his friend. I'm like, who doesn't? The fuck? You think Naruto don't want to also protect his friends?
Oh,
But that nigga
God.
got something he working towards. Ichigo is literally a nigga who was roped into this shit. This motherfucker is not
Yeah.
interesting. The only interesting thing about this nigga is how little he knows about himself. There's always someone who knows more about him than he does himself. Shit's weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your dad's actually a Soul Reaper.
Oh, God,
Which
I
is
didn't
why
even know
you're a
that.
Soul Reaper. Which is why you have so much spiritual pressure. But I don't know how you're able to literally. What does that one shield bash on Candace just have claymore damage? That's funny.
Fucking bitch.
Just that one particular move, a part of the spear character's kit. Just like, yeah, just give it claymore damage, just cause. So you can break rocks with it. But I started watching Blue Exorcist again. I didn't realize how much I fucked with Okumura.
I
That nigga's-
forgot how much this fucking game had awesome ass combat.
Mm.
But both of y'all watch this shit. I'm not asking.
Yeah, I saw that nigga on Stellar Blade, but I wasn't paying too much attention. I might buy this game, actually. I could. I feel you. This shit's almost a tenth of my entire allowance. I said allowance. Paycheck. I can't blame you. I can't. No, like, I'm not, like, I don't play games the way I used to when I was a kid. Like, when. Like, I remember when I was playing Sonic Generations, when I was a kid, I would just do the dumbest shit on that game just to be on it. But nowadays, it's always got to be some sort of objective, or always got to learn some shit. I like the games I be playing just to be on.